Whitey Bulger? Be careful for saying shot. They just want to get a picture of this guy, right?
Well, that's just it, Jonathan. I mean, this man is notorious. He has been a myth for all these years. So many people thought this day would never come. Some who retired in law enforcement even admitted they thought perhaps this day would never come. Victims want to see him. Some describe it's not necessarily closure because there are so many questions that remain about how he could stay on the run for so long, how he could be in Santa Monica for 15 years without anybody even detecting it was James Whitey Bulger and Catherine Grieg living under the names Charles and Carol Gasco. So this is it. This is a chance to finally see him back here in Massachusetts. And there's a lot of security interest as well as onlookers who want to see this man. It appears to me that the motorcade could be getting closer to us because we are seeing, obviously, the police movement. You can see it behind us. We are hearing the sirens. I'm sure it was a very quick motorcade from Logan Airport.
And the indictment against him, for those who've been following this case closely, it's not just a simple little case that's been put together. In the 16 years that federal investigators and local investigators have been looking for this couple, they in the process have been piecing together a case, and now the indictment is close to 300 pages long, and that's just now. It can be added to. Here comes the motorcade now. The reason there are so many vehicles is because there is a security issue at risk here. You got to remember, this is a man who sent a lot of, let's just say, people to prison that probably don't have warm feelings for him. He also is accused of killing a number of people whose relatives are still very much alive.
And what you'll see now is they'll take a left turn there to go by the federal courthouse. They will go into an underground garage so he can be brought in underground beneath the building. And Beth, quite the scene out there because they don't want to walk him in the front door.
They don't, obviously, Kate. What you just saw is about 6 cars go by, motorcycles, right past a line of cameras that are now straining to catch a glimpse. Now, the motorcade has stopped for a minute. It hasn't gone down the side of the building just yet. You can see the cameras. They are just straining to see inside beyond the tinted glass to see if they can see James Whitey Bulger and Catherine Grieg. This is a very quick trip, not just from Logan Airport, but from Los Angeles, because, as I said, yesterday law enforcement was saying it could be 48 hours, but here they are back in Massachusetts to face these charges. And inside that courtroom, there will be victims' families, people who want to see him, people who want to see justice finally served after all these years. I'm not quite sure what the delay is right now. There is a large crowd that's gathered on the corner over there. There's a line of cameras still along the side. There's a slight delay in them taking that left turn into the side of the courthouse, but they are anxious to get him inside. He has a 4 o'clock appointment before a federal magistrate, 2 different federal magistrates, and Catherine Grieg goes before a federal magistrate as well. All that taking place in the next 50 minutes.
Some who are watching this and they're wondering, why does it take so many vehicles to take 1 or 2 people into a federal courthouse? Again, it's the issue of security, and you also have a security detail there. This is the FBI's case until they hand it over to the U.S. attorney and until he is in custody of U.S. authorities. Right now, the FBI are still responsible for him. It looks like they're backing in now. Are they going into the garage, or are they going to do this right here out in front of the building?
No, Jonathan, my understanding now is that the car that was carrying Bulger and Grieg has, in fact, gone in. This is just a security detail that is remaining outside. With so many onlookers and so much media, the security detail is waiting. He has gone in and gone into the underground garage.
They obviously